Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. How are you guys doing? We are here for a Champions League preview. It could be my last Champions League preview of this season, or could it be? Or could it be not my last Champions League preview? Who knows? And that's what we're here to discuss, whether it is going to be the last Champions League preview that we do this season. Is it Mission Impossible in Anfield? You guys let me know in the comments below, and I'll get to the comments in a minute. Let me know how you're feeling coming into this match. How hopeful are you, or not hopeful at all? And yeah, you guys know I have not been positive about this match since the moment we got Liverpool. I've been pretty negative. Last match round proved why, and I'm not very positive going into this match actually. Tomorrow at Anfield, I was even looking to maybe going to Anfield because Inter don't really play in the UK that often, but in the end of the tickets were too expensive, or the resale price was too expensive. I didn't manage to get any early release tickets, so yeah, I decided to go against it. But yeah, I'm not feeling positive. However, the Salernitana match is giving me that little bit of hope now. These guys, what Inter always does, they pull you right back in. Just as you think you're out, they pull you right back in after our stinky bit of form. These guys now gave us some potential hope, and we'll get into some of the potential tactical situations that we could possibly be looking into. Gave it away that it's you guys know I like to get a couple of images prepared for the streams when I do have some time. Let me give a quick shout out to the people that are in the stream today. Thank you for tuning in. Tommy, he's the optimist. Who do we play in the quarters? Actually, I don't even actually know the answer to that question, because I haven't. That's how much I've cancelled the potential progression out of my mind. Can someone actually let me know in the comments who would it be potentially? Who like which matchup would we go against next if the miracle does occur? Future Hendricks in the house says he's just watched latest Onana conceded goals and the dude moves slower than Handanovic. That does not sound good. I'll need to watch some the latest Ajax matches. I know that he's been playing recently, but I haven't tuned in, so I'll need to watch some highlights. As we know, he is rusty Onana, so I wouldn't look too much into it. But now he did play a whole tournament as well, Tari, so we can't give him too much of the rusty excuse now. Big up. I hope we win tomorrow. Maybe another 5-0 win. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Another 5-0. Mo, my guy Mo, he's saying the miracle is happening. Even though I'm pretty sure, Mo, I saw you on the football terrace, and you weren't that confident on there recently. But actually, you weren't talking about Inter, you were talking about other stuff. But I'm glad that at least there's positivity in the fan base. Wow, they've got Denzel Dumfries in the house. Wow, look at this. Denzel Dumfries tuning in live from Liverpool. He should be chilling with his teammates. I guess De Vrij is probably his roommate, being his Dutch fellow, but actually decided to tune into Uncle Sharma live stream. And yeah, Dumfries tomorrow. Whoever, Robertson or Tsimikas, whoever's on that left hand side, you need to be cooking. We need that. Dutch waffle or whatever, whatever the specialty is over in Holland. There's fries. They have the French fries. Get some cooking. Julian in the house. Indro in the house as well. Thank you for tuning in, Indro. He came through. I just did a preview stream with a Liverpool channel called Kopish, Kopish. If you guys want to check it out, only like 25 minutes long or something. But they are Liverpool fans based in the UK, and yeah, if you want to check out their thoughts, they're obviously feeling very confident going into this. I think one guy predicted a 2-0, and the other guy was a little bit more conservative, and he predicted a 1-1. Not sure why, but Tari says, I hope it's not smashing. Yeah, that's one important thing is the fact that we need to come out of this with some respect, with some pride, for not just Inter, for Italy and Serie A as well, but obviously for Inter mainly. Like, we can't be going out to Anfield and getting smacked around and being disgraced in front of the whole world, because people are going to be tuning into this match. So that's definitely something we can't do. Mattia has no expectations, which is, I think, is a good way to go into it. You have zero expectations, you won't be disappointed. If you go in with a lot of expectations. Yeah, that's you're asking for pain. Sanjar in the house as well. Tommy, new kit. Nah, just I mean, it's the new kit from this season, but I've had it since the pretty much the beginning ish of the season. Oh no, actually, I think I got it like around Christmas time. Yeah, but yeah, I've not been wearing it too much. Yeah, it probably will be the last UCL preview. What's up, Eduardo? Not having Barella after his performance on Saturday is tough. And yeah, once again, Klopp in his pre-match press conference, he's annoying me now, Klopp, because in the previous one, the first one, he singled out Barella for some praise, and the way he was when he was talking about Barella, he was looking a bit, licking his lips, looking a bit horny. And once again today, when he was talking about Barella, he said, I watched the Slanitana match. And he was like, "It's lucky that Inter don't have Barella. He was involved in 3-4 goals. Like he was really impressed with Barella once again." And yeah, you know, luckily Liverpool are not one of those teams that kind of spend too much money in the transfer window. I know they just bought Luis Diaz, but they're not like the Man Cities and Man United that just spend stupid money. So we don't have too much to worry about there. But the way that Klopp talks about Barella, and I could see Barella out of all the Premier League teams, I think Liverpool just fits him like a glove as well. So I hope they never actually come calling for Nicolo. Sadly, Mone didn't bring cholera. Yeah, of course, his pace and EPL proven is going to be missed. Smiley, as long as we don't get battered, I'm happy. I agree. And be satisfied winning 1-0 or a tie. Oh, I'll take that. If you give that to me now, I'll take it. Although that would be painful winning 1-0 because that is the extra time is just there. I'll take a draw is for sure. My heart says we can win this. Okay. My bro, go to the game if you can. Yeah, I mean, I did want to, but it's really expensive. Tickets are like crazy price now. It's really not affordable. I'd rather just suffer from home. Although if we do if it is like a miracle, then I'll probably regret not going. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Devashi says chill, Uncle 4-0 incoming. Jesus. Oh my god, I don't know where you guys are getting all this confidence from, but I'm guessing most of it is banter. We need Correa to play. He showed Van Dijk levels before. Yes, Correa has scored against Liverpool before. I've mentioned this in the past. For Sevilla, he scored at Anfield against Liverpool. But I'm not sure if Van Dijk was playing in that team or not. Fresh face charm is the good luck charm here. I hope so. But yeah, let me get into the slides I prepared, guys. So Liverpool, I watched Liverpool West Ham at the weekend. So I was out with my friends, and a lot of them are Liverpool fans, and I went to watch this match with them at the pub. We had a big screen, so I had the full, could have got my tactical book out. But West Ham got in behind Liverpool so many times. At least they had like 3 or 4 1v1s. Liverpool play a very high line. Liverpool can be punished, and we saw that in the match, in our first match against them. These guys, they are very confident in the high line because they have quick defenders. We saw Konate Van Dijk up against Dzeko and Lautaro. Is like child's play for them catching up. Even if Dzeko is given like 10 meters head start, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Get out of the way. And not just them, of course. Like Robertson is super quick as well. Recovery speed. Trent not so much. But in general, they have a very fit, very intense team who's willing to take these risks. But the opportunities are there. Look, this is quickly it was the first 13 minutes. You see Antonio, of course, who's quicker than any of our strikers, but they will give you these chances in behind. Ball over the top of Konate in there, and then Antonio goes on I want to say that's a 1v1, but shooting opportunity, because you see once again, look where Van Dijk is here, and by the time Antonio actually gets to shoot, Van Dijk is pretty much made up the ground, and it's not a very clear shot on goal, but that was a shot on target early on from West Ham. And then another one. This is probably the best opportunity of the match. Once again, look, the defensive line is all the way high up, and I think that's Fornals. Pablo Fornals makes the late run from the midfield. So it's not just from the wings, from the midfield as well. We need bravery. We need our boys to be brave. Be brave. Like, you've got nothing to lose. make these runs in behind, because Liverpool will give you the space in behind to make those runs. Even if it is Arturo Vidal, even if it is Gagliardini, one of the slow boys, make that run. Take the gamble. It's fine if it doesn't work out. It's fine if the ball comes short, if the ball is too long. Take the gamble. Things can happen. That's what Fornals does here. Long ball into him, and yeah, look at that. Even they can't recover when it's that such an open opportunity. But here, I think the Alisson aura just Fornals kind of putting in his pants just to waste the opportunity. But what a great opportunity this is for West Ham, which it didn't take, like Inter didn't take theirs. And once again, getting in behind. And this time, as I said, it doesn't matter if it's one of the slower guys. Vidal on that right hand side, if he plays once again right center mid position, make the running behind. This is what's his name? The West Ham Czech midfielder. His name is just escaping me right now. What's his name? Oh my god, I am blanking out. Souček, that's the one. Souček is probably the slowest player in their team. Tall, 6'3", 6'4" guy, very slow, but he makes the run, he gambles, ball comes to him in behind. And yeah, he manages to create a chance here, which Lanzini completely messes up once again, skies it. But this is what, this kind of bravery will be rewarded. And I know that we're not the most clinical team, but I believe if we have these kind of chances, we will at least tuck one of these in. And then once again, like how many images have I shown you now? This is probably the fifth one. Mark Noble comes on, great ball once again into Antonio. And yeah, once again, right in behind. But look where Robertson is. He's the one who makes the recovery run here. So even if you get in behind, these guys won't let you. Oh, sorry, I didn't actually get the next image. But Robertson did manage to recover on Antonio there. So even if you do get in behind, and even if you are quick like Antonio is, you're still not really guaranteed that you're going to be 1v1. But this is the way in. This is the way in for Inter. Or what we were doing with Perisic up against Trent. That's the 1v1 hope that we have, and we did that in the first match. This is probably the best opportunity we created in that match. Dumfries with a ball that I had no idea that Dumfries had in his locker. Great, floated ball into Perisic, who had a great first touch in behind Trent. As I said, Trent is a bit lackadaisical when it comes to defending, but also his recovery speed isn't as quick as the other defenders. So Perisic once again is going to be the key in this game if he starts. Ball into Perisic, and we know what happened after that. It was that ball that just missed Lautaro. Like Perisic took a great touch, looked like it was a great ball, but it was just a little bit too far from Lautaro. Could have Lautaro done better to kind of throw himself at it, but I don't know. But that was the best opportunity for sure. But we didn't even register a shot from it, which is a complete shame. And then here, this one actually was offside. But look at the margins are so close. Dzeko actually scores from this, and I rewatched the highlights today, and I completely forgot about this when I was reviewing the match. But these are the kind of opportunities that will give you. Vidal does a great ball over the top, and Dzeko ends up being 1v1. Like even there, the high line. Sometimes they'll try to play offside traps, or sometimes they won't even run towards because they're so confident in their high line. Liverpool will almost be arrogant at times, so you do need to punish them, but they don't seem to get punished a lot. Like West Ham just didn't punish them. And then we were doing it very well against Salernitana, but first of all, against Salernitana, we must say is Federico Fazio and Dragushin, which is not Konate, is not Van Dijk, is not Matip, is not any of the Liverpool defenders. It's completely different levels. But we were getting in behind really well, and I was impressed by Lautaro's movement in behind the defense in this match. So I hope Lautaro continues this kind of movement, because that's what's been missing from his game as well. Literally, Lautaro is not just, I've always said, it's not about the goals. I don't care if Lautaro goes goalless for the rest of the season, but these kind of the performance that he was putting up between December and this last weekend was just not good enough. This is the goal. This is, I think, the fifth goal for Dzeko's. Dzeko's second goal. Dumfries in behind, crosses it over to Dzeko. But in the Liverpool match, I can imagine that Van Dijk, Konate, or someone will actually make a recovery run, which wouldn't get the ball into Dzeko in that position. But at the same time, that is, if someone from the midfield comes and makes a run that Dumfries can cut it back to, that can also be a great opportunity. And then Correa, I don't know, someone mentioned Correa should be starting. Correa, he's not. I don't think he's going to start, honestly. The predicted lineups that I've looked at haven't got Correa in there. And as I said, both Correa and Gosens, I don't know if they're ready to start yet. You don't want to risk them. Gosens has been out for pretty much since September. You can't really count when he came back for Atalanta because he got injured in that same game he came back. So literally he's been out for pretty much 6 months. So you have to ease him in. You can't throw him into the deep end Anfield intense game, where he's going to be making lots of sprints, lots of jumps, lots of strain on his hamstring. We don't want that to happen. Correa, the same thing. But the thing is now, unlike in the first Liverpool match, we now have the options off the bench. So now we have a fresh Correa coming on that could potentially make these kind of runs. So this is the opportunity that he missed against Salernitana. Great ball in behind by Vidal. So the midfielders, first of all, need to be looking for these balls, but the strikers need to be making these types of movements. And Correa, he should have scored. He should have scored this goal. 1v1 against the goalkeeper. He hit the ball a bit too wide. But they need to be looking for these opportunities. This is where the opportunity is. Be brave, as I said. Just be brave. You've got nothing to lose. Let's go out there and show the world that this Inter team can get a result at Anfield. And the more I talk about it, the more I look at these screenshots, the more I see how the chances Liverpool will give you. This Liverpool team will give you chances. They're not a team that will and the club said we're not a team that's gonna, because we're the 2-0 up in the tie, they're not a team that's ever gonna sit back and relax and try to Catenaccio, park the bus. Is not Klopp, is not Liverpool, it's just not their style. So they will give you chances, and if they are feeling a little bit, I'm not going to say cocky or arrogant, but just a bit more relaxed because of the 2-0 scoreline, and Klopp said 2-0 scoreline is very dangerous in football. One goal is all we need in that first half. If we get one goal in that first half, that changes the whole atmosphere. And I'm sure I know a few guys that will be at Anfield. I know I have some friends that will be there at Anfield. I'm sure they will make themselves heard. If it's 1-0 before half time, oh my goodness, that would make it super, super interesting. That's the most important thing. We have to get that goal in the first half and make it squeaky bum time for Liverpool. Indra says, well, at least expect good performance from the team. Dumfries Vidal post-match after 2-0 lose is not giving up yet. Bastoni 2 pre-match. Yeah. Bastoni said, if you're not ready to fight on an Anfield night, then you shouldn't be here. You're not made to play football at this level, and I completely agree with Bastoni. Inzaghi also, alluded to having confidence going out, full strength, full squad. As I said, some people are saying put the Primavera out there. Some people are saying rotate. I disagree. You have to try. You have to try in this one. Is obligation. It's the obligation of the Champions League. You can't be throwing no matches. Joe Jamie, yeah, at least put up a fight. That's all I ask. What's up, Ahmed in the house? Tommy, once again, spreading some more positive gospel. Cut out all the negativity, people. We are Inter. We are very good. So long as we can get the first goal, we're very much in it. It's not so far-fetched. Exactly. That is what we need. We need that goal. If they score first, then it's literally a punch in the guts, just like it was the Firmino goal from the corner. Then that's it. That's pretty much it. I think that's the tie over. Because Inter... First of all, guys, and also a quick reminder, Ahmad is confident that Lautaro is going to, so confident actually, he's going to get a bull tattoo. Interesting. But Liverpool don't lose at home, or very rarely lose at home, guys. It's Anfield is just different. It's just, they just have different capabilities, different minerals when it comes to Anfield. I think the last time they lost at home is against Fulham, if I remember correctly. I think it's was it last season? And and I think in the Champions League, I don't think anyone's ever overcome Oh, well, it's very rare that a 2-0 loss from the first leg is overcome. Of course, Liverpool had a perfect example of overcoming that against Barcelona, a big deficit. Barcelona against PSG, there are examples of crazy matches, but the second leg was at home. Barcelona, the second leg was at home. You got that's the issue, because we finished second in the group. That's what happens. You get these disadvantages in the draw, and especially like if you think about it, if you look at Ajax against Benfica, I mean, I was confident when we originally picked Ajax. And yeah, I think we could have. I think we would have gone. I think we would have gone ahead if it was Ajax. Of course, they're not an easy team, but I think we would have beat Ajax. They just have to try to take Barella. I'll go to Liverpool to get the club again. Yeah, imagine it'll be a whole revolution going on in Milan. Hope you guys can win. So there's the Juve fans here who are coming in with a little bit of. Well, I guess he's being nice, but also trying to think of himself. But imagine if we beat Liverpool, though, George, the boost that would give this Inter team, like that would, we've been on a very bad period because we lost to Milan and Liverpool back to back. That just killed us recently. But imagine now we've got this Salernitana 5-0 and then we beat Liverpool. Like, imagine that amazing that boost would give us. But also it's true that it would definitely reduce the chances of Serie A, because we would be tired going into pretty much every Serie A match. People think Salernitana is comparable to Liverpool. I don't think. If people are saying, they're probably saying as banter. I know most of the people in this chat, and I know all of them are funny guys, or try to be funny anyway. If I'm Limon, I'm going to risk it all to play Correa from the start. I don't know. I don't want to risk. Then you risk losing him for the rest of the season. That's the issue now. You don't want to lose anyone for the rest of the season. I know, even that hamstring injury now, even if it's 2 or 3 weeks, that's pretty much the rest of the season done. Correa and Lautaro, Anad says, would start. We need mad pace, to be honest, but Sanchez, but Dzeko needs to rest. Yeah, Dzeko's needed a rest for a while, but he just seems like he cannot do without Dzeko. It seems like Inzaghi can't envisage this Inter team without Dzeko. In a certain system, the STA is the best right back in the world. Yeah, I mean, in that system, in the Liverpool system, he is probably the best, but obviously in a different system, it probably doesn't work as well for him. But in that Liverpool system, like against West Ham, he was probably man of the match, and against Inter, he was probably their worst player. But he's still very young, at Trent, but he is the weak link, in my opinion, for that back line, for sure. If we can get early lucky goal, I think we can win. Yeah, I agree. Will Perisic be ready? So yeah, Perisic is back in training, full training now. Today he was in training. He was pictured completely taking full part of training, so he'll be fine. I'm pretty sure he'll start. As I said, I think he is the key. He is the only guy that beats players 1v1. He's the most athletic in our team, bar Dumfries, but he actually has the pace off the first few yards as well. And I think with Dumfries, he's got a harder guy. Robertson is much better defensively than Trent. But we saw Dumfries can also he cause troubles on that side when Robertson does also like to bomb up the field. Adriano Imperatore says, Yoshama, we're probably losing this, but to be honest, can't forget that Bayern come back as example. Yeah, for sure. But that Bayern team was not that good. It was a Bayern team on the decline. And yeah, we survived by the skin of our teeth. And now I remember the Ranocchia clearance on the line. Julius Caesar was being, he was not good that match at all. But we had someone like Eto still there. Eto was just that season. He was just unbelievable. And yeah, good Pandev came through. Schneider was still there. It was still a decent team. And that Bayern team wasn't that great. I don't think you can compare that Bayern team to this Liverpool team, who are just probably top 3 team in the world right now. I can't lie, you're holding 5. All right. Definitely not holding 5. Yeah, definitely don't play the Primavera. Nice yellow Champions League team. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for noticing, Peach. I do try to change up the color of the channel on these Champions League nights. Atletico Madrid beat them at Anfield. Yeah, I remember. Morata and them man there did a job. John Applesea says, "Be brave, bro. You want a 10-1 aggregate." Bro, yeah, that's how we played in the first game. We were brave. I mean, brave in terms of make those runs in behind. Just don't be scared to make the runs in behind. And what's up, Passo dell'Inter? Make sure you guys check him out. He makes videos on Inter in Italian, so make sure you guys check his channel out. But what I mean by brave also is Lautaro against Van Dijk. I don't want to see him turn around. I don't want to see him, pussy out, or say it. I don't want to see him pussy out like he did against Van Dijk last time round. Like, go for it. Like, even we know that you haven't got the pace to beat someone like Van Dijk, but go for it. Try to commit him. Maybe he makes a foul. Maybe you could win a penalty. Go for it. Don't turn back. Don't go in the corner and cower away. That's what I mean by be brave. Like, go for it. Try something. Don't be scared of these guys. They're human. They're not like they're not like some peak Barcelona team. They're a very good Liverpool team, but as we saw in the first leg, they're not, these bionic guys. 2-0 first leg has only been overcome once. Wow. Thank you. I mean, you've been very confident, Tommy, but you're not giving me the stats to make me confident. Tell Barella to get a mohawk and pretend he's Vidal. Yeah. Hey, by the way, Vidal, if you guys saw, he's got the new color on the mohawk. White was like a bleach blonde. I'm not quite sure, but it looks like silver white to me. So he's got a fresh look for the UCL. Hopefully, he performs again. Vidal. He was one of our better players against the Liverpool last time round. It might have been. I'm not sure, Tommy. You might be right. I'm not sure who actually it was. I think Bastu can keep Salah quiet. Yeah, Bastu kept Salah quiet last time round. Mane, Salah, Jota, our back three kept them quiet last time round. In the end, Salah got a deflected goal and Firmino got. I'm pretty sure he did not mean that header with Firmino. He just looked down. But it is what it is. Our defenders did really well. Mane had to be subbed off. Although there's rumors that Luis Diaz will be starting this time round. He had a good impact as a substitute, so I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe bring Edin on at the end to spam crosses if we need a goal. Yeah, that's the thing though, guys. If it stays 0-0 to like this is the 50th, 60th minute, I can see Inzaghi was actually asked about this. Like the journalist asked him like, what if it's like the 60th, 70th minute and there's no movement within the result, and they asked him, are you going to rotate? And, Inzaghi said no, but I can imagine Inzaghi 60th, 70th minute, I think it might be time to start resting guys for the Serie A, because then you're just wasting precious energy. So it really all hinges on those first 50, 60 minutes, mainly the first half. But even if you come out in the second half like we did in the first leg, take advantage of those 15, 20 minutes, and then then it might be end game. And then I can see Liverpool getting some goals on the counter attack for sure. Going to Anfield tour. Hey, nice, Ahmed. Enjoy. If you witness that remontada, bro, that would be absolutely epic. That would be a memory for you to keep forever. Oh, really annoying when you didn't go for Van Dijk. Yeah, Lautaro. Yeah, it was. Kevin. Yeah, Inter. Come on. We really miss Barella. Yeah, as I said, he's our most Premier League type player. So we definitely needed Barella. Even off-form Barella was needed for these types of games, because he is our most intense and most Premier League type player who can keep up with that intensity and pace. Although we didn't really struggle last time around, and Hakan, Brozovic didn't even have that great of a game, I think, against Liverpool first time around, in my opinion. But Hakan and Vidal definitely stepped up a lot. So as long as 2 out of the 3 midfielders can have a good game, and Fabinho actually today said in his press conference, Inter outplayed us in the first half. So it's very good for Fabinho to admit that they were outplayed by Inter in the first half. Skriniar can handle Luis Diaz. Yeah, of course, Skriniar can handle Mane. Luis Diaz is pretty much the same thing, just probably a little bit nippier now. Mane has declined a little bit over the last couple of years, but yeah, Skriniar is the one I'm happy. I'm confident that he's going to have a good game. He's been one of our most consistent players this season. Oh yeah, I mean, Milan yesterday, it is what it is. Both of those teams are very close in terms of squad. And yeah, I've said it from the beginning of the season, and people disagreed with me, but I've always said Milan is I think Milan are going to be the ones challenging us until the end, not Napoli. Although on paper it should be Napoli when you look at the squad and you look at the players. But I've stopped doubting Pioli since last season. Pioli needs to be given his flowers. He needs to be given his credit because what he's doing with Milan, when you look at some of the names on that team sheet, how are you doing this, bro? Like, what is this voodoo? What is this voodoo? Where is the shield for this shirt? Yeah, I need to get one for this shirt. I've got one for the home shirt. I ironed it on for that one, but I need to get one for this. Rami in the house. Have you seen Hakan picture Anfield? He just did the rolling eyes again. Oh, no, I have not seen that actually. I might have to check it out afterwards. We need Hakan to test the keeper as well. They need to cut loose and let fly. We've got nothing to lose. Yeah, definitely. Just that's what I mean by be brave. Like, let's not finish the match with 0 shots on target. Let's definitely end up with some shots on target, please, this time around. I can see the headline now, Limontada. Wow. Nice, Tommy. You should work in the newspaper industry. Come up with some catchy headlines. That would be, oh my god. I would probably name. Yeah, I'm definitely naming my video if that ever happens. No, Barella's not back for the second leg. He's out for both legs, unfortunately. Yeah, Milan will drop points. They're not going to win every single game. Love the positivity on the chat. I hope I have the same for this game. Yeah. We shall see. Realistically, this is almost impossible. Yeah, it is. But yeah, guys, you guys give me your predictions. Give me your match predictions down below, and I'll just try to bring up the predicted lineups quickly on the screen. Get some of your predicted scores, predictions in the comments, and I'll get the predicted lineup. So it looks like it's going to be pretty much unchanged by the looks of it. So Eurosport, I'm going to bring up right now. I don't know how reliable Eurosport are or not. I never really used them. But as the usual, 3-5-2. For some reason, they've got, these guys are not reliable. Why they got D'Ambrosio in there? They've got D'Ambrosio, so they're saying that there's not going to be the variety. I don't believe. So take it with a pinch of salt, guys. I've never used Eurosport before, but it's the website that came out first. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Skriniar, De Vrij, and Bastoni, unless there's something with De Vrij I've not read about. Dumfries, so yeah, looks like Vidal is favorite once again. Brozovic, Perisic, Lautaro, and Dzeko up front for them. Looks like the exact same lineup. It could be Matip instead of Konate. Henderson starting instead of Harvey Elliott. Salah, Diogo Jota, Mane. So pretty much the same apart from a couple of guys. Let me see actually. What about, is there any other websites? Go Passione Inter. What are these guys saying? Oh, Passione Inter saying Lautaro Correa up front. Interesting. Yeah, usual. Everything else is as expected with Skriniar, De Vrij, and Bastoni. But they're saying Lautaro and Correa up front. That would be a big call. And I would like it if Correa is fit. If it's not a risk, I would. As we said, like, Correa is the type of player we need for these matches. We need his pace and directness for sure in this match. For sure. Noah in the house says maybe controversial, but I hope Perisic plays instead of Gosens. It's not controversial at all. Perisic owns that spot right now. It would be the other way around. It would be controversial. Gosens is not like he's going to take some time to get to full match fitness. And yeah, Trent was on toast the whole match from Perisic. There's no argument from that. Anfield atmosphere is the biggest myth. If the Kurva Nord allowed, well, we have a chance. Yeah, I don't know. People are always like a little bit too. I don't understand what they're expecting. Like, I think Anfield's atmosphere, especially those first, the opening bit, the first 5-10 minutes, they're usually pretty loud. Yes, in between they can be a bit quieter, but once the goals start flowing in, that is a really good crowd. So I disagree. Maybe he is overrated, but he's definitely. The record speaks for itself, bro. How many teams go out at Anfield that can win out there? Even when Liverpool were in their banter era, especially in Europe, these guys are just a different beast, man. Just a different beast. All right, so let's get into the match predictions, guys. Yeah, 2-1. So I'm guessing, Matthias saying 2-1 to Liverpool. chopping almost 4-2 into win. Bro, who's scoring 4 goals for us against Liverpool? 1-1 score early, only to concede at 80 minutes. I can see something painful like that. Something that keeps us in the game, keeps us hopeful, makes us waste more energy, but in the end, means nothing. I can see something like that happen. That is peak Inter. 3-1 Inter, come on forward to Inter. I like that. I like that, but I don't see where we're gonna get all of these goals from. If we had everyone able to play on the team, including Gosens and Brera, I'd be way more confident. Yeah, I don't think it would make too much difference to me, to be honest. I mean, it would be nice to have Barella in there, and Gosens is a second. He hasn't overtaken Perisic yet, anyway. But it wouldn't make too much difference to me. I'd still be pretty negative coming into this. Tommy, 4-0. I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like if we get 3, they throw a caution to the wind and we get a 4th. There's no way Liverpool are not scoring a goal at home if we score as well. Like, I'm not saying that, I could have 0-0. I can see that happening, but there's no way that we're scoring 4 and they're not even replying to 1 with Handanovic. Like, you guys forget we got Handanovic in goal, and the guy who let in those 2 goals in the first leg. Like, are they not going to shoot on goal at any point? I think we'll come out with the same hunger we saw in the home game. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna be disappointed with the attitude for sure. I think we'll scare them a bit. So I'm going for 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1. Rami says as well. I love Arturo Shilhaus' energy in the first leg. Yeah, he impressed a lot of people. Actually, the Liverpool channel I went on, they were impressed with Vidal as well. Just kind of that throwback performance from Arturo. Liverpool fans at work did not think Perisic had TA in his pocket. Shows the level of pool fans. Yeah, that's the problem we have with a lot of Premier League fans. It just seems like even when they are outclassed, well, not as a team they weren't outclassed, but in individual battles we outclassed them. I even think we won the midfield battle in probably the majority of the match, but they won't admit it. I think, not most of them, but there are some good logical fans out there. I would have started Correa for this match. We need that speed. Yeah. But as I said, it's not about whether I want to or not. I think Inzaghi probably wants to, but it's you're jeopardizing potentially his season now, because we know with Correa, his last injury was the same injury that happened to him again. So we don't want that to happen again. And definitely feel like home advantage is overhyped in football. Yeah, but I think the stats prove you wrong there. I know you're a stats guy, Tommy, but I think you need to go and look at the stats on that one. A lot of the time, it's not like guaranteed, but majority of the time the home team wins because of that home advantage. Liverpool don't usually lose at home. They don't usually lose in general. Exactly. Tommy, you're being positive, and then you come and you give me all these arguments. You're like balancing it all out. White Suburban Kid says 3-1 Inter. Jeez, my guy is confident, but he is a confident Inter fan. I have to give it to him. Coolio for 3-0 Inter. Jeez. I hope no Milan fans or Juve fans or Liverpool fans watching the stream and clip any of these videos, and because how confident Inter fans are being. Hey, my boy Vivek in the house. 2-1 Liverpool. Yeah. As a few guys have said, I think that's the score I'm going for. I'm going to go for 2-1 Liverpool, unfortunately. If terrorist Allegri won 3-1 at Bernabeu, Limone can win at Anfield. Yeah. I mean, we definitely can. It's not about we can't. It's definitely possible. But it's just the feeling I have going into this that they'll punish us on the counter attack. I just feel like we'll go for it. We'll probably expose ourselves a little bit. And they'll, again, last time, let's not forget, even if we do start well, they have the ability to bring on 120 million worth of talent off the bench. Like last time they brought Henderson, Naby Keita, Luis Diaz, Firmino. Like the quality of those substitutions is just crazy. So that's the thing. Even if we do start well, whereas we do have better options off the bench this time for sure. Like last time we brought on Sanchez. Did we bring on Gagliardini? I can't remember. I think we brought him on last few minutes. But this time we can bring on Gosens, we can bring on Correa, we can bring on Sanchez. And Vecino was, I know it doesn't really matter too much, but if you really want to throw the kitchen sink at someone, we now have the option of Vecino as well, who was injured for the first match. You forget that when Balotelli played Liverpool, they're quite struggle in the home group stage. Liverpool banter era can't get a UCL spot. Yeah, but I also remember them beating Real Madrid in in the banter era. I can't remember if it was um, the Balotelli era, which is different when it comes to the Champions League, even with Rafa versus Jose times. Yeah, exactly. They just have this pedigree, man. In the Champions League, it's just very hard to argue against them. Maybe we can break history, bro. My heart, we win 2-0, we qualify or not, doesn't matter. My brain 1-0. Yeah, I mean that would be great. Advertisement for Inter, like get a lot of respect, but what are we gonna do with that respect? Ashama, greetings from Libya. Nice mustache. Thank you very much. 2-0, then Skriniar own goal in extra time. Well, that would be the worst possible thing, going to extra time, because that, guys, let's not forget, this team is already a bit tired. Like if we go to extra time, it's just punishment on these guys. I hope we don't go to like extra time and lose. Calling San Siro as Anfield Italia get on my nerves, to be honest. Don't know what you mean by that. Gagliardini on while they brought on Keita. Yeah, exactly. Alex says, agree with Want and Sharma been saying, though, as long as we put up a fight and bless, I just want people to know that we're a good quality team. Yeah, I think people definitely found out, like, as I was saying on the Liverpool stream, they told me, like, Liverpool, Premier League fans in general look down on Serie A, quite rightly. But, they were surprised because let's not forget, they beat Milan so easily well, not so easily the first match, but the second match, they, with their B team, they beat Milan at San Siro. So they felt like, Milan are first in the league. We should be able to breeze past these guys, but it wasn't the case. So we already have put up a good, showing of ourselves, but that's not enough, in my opinion. We need to do a little bit more. Definitely, we can't get out of this tie without scoring a goal. Milan scored 2 goals at Anfield, and then they scored 1 at home as well. So we can't leave this. That's what I want. If we lose, I don't want a worse aggregate score than Milan had. That would make me happy. Terrorismo. Yeah, that's one thing with the Limone. We know that he doesn't really go for terrorism. He doesn't really change the style of play. But I think this would be like, this is not the match to go terrorismo anyway. This is the match where you're gonna have to go for it, especially that first half. Just go for it. Another which 89th minute own goal. George, that's the line from G just Juve. Put a maximum of likes. That's what he always likes to say, my boy Beppe. No, Mohammed, I haven't seen any of your. Oh no, yeah, I can see your comments. Sorry, I want us to sit back and play with our least energy. It's over anyways. Torino match. Yeah, but if you're gonna put out the strongest lineup, Mohammed, the problem is you're gonna. And the players, the way Barella talked about it, the way Bastoni talked about it today, the way Inzaghi talked about it, they're going to go for it. I know that some people want Inter to kind of rest and save their energy, but at least the first half, go for it. Then 50, 60 minutes, if it doesn't happen, then yeah, you can see, I can imagine Inzaghi, and I would do that as well, just start to rotate. History factor, make the players hype up. I know that's why Liverpool most of the time perform quite well. Yeah, it's one of those things where, it's an intangible where it's like, you can't really explain it, but it just seems to be a thing. Liverpool and Champions League nights is just a thing. Thoughts on Chiesa being able to walk again? Yeah, good for Juve, but obviously it's not going to be good for you this season. He's useless, but good for Italy in the long term. And yeah, just good news. No one ever see any type of player getting serious injury like that. No, Mohammed, you're not blocked or anything. It's just, there's a lot of comments sometimes. I try to, go through, try to get everyone, but it's not easy with all the comments coming in. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to go for it. We're definitely going to go for it. 35 likes so far means 3-5 into. Hey, man, that would be a mad match, the kind of scoreline. 3-6. You know what? We're gonna win tomorrow and qualify. Why not? We do have the ability. Let's see if we have the mentality. Yeah, I think that's the thing. We do have the ability on our day, as we saw against Real Madrid as well. I know we lost both those matches, so it sounds stupid saying it, but I really felt like we were not the inferior team against Real Madrid. I came out of both of those matches Maybe not so much the second one after Barella got sent off, but especially the first one. I felt like, this Inter team can play pretty much against anyone. We just obviously lack a little bit of star power and that real world class forward and a little bit of pace up front. But on our day, we can definitely hurt anyone. We can definitely beat Liverpool. If we beat Liverpool, should we forget about the 20th and focus on the 4th? No, I think the 20th still remains. It will still remain the real focus. But we'll see. Well, if you do get there, you do have to start making those decisions. That is a hard question because obviously, Champions League is definitely more important than Scudetto. By the end of the day, you still have to be realistic, especially with how reluctant Inzaghi is to rotate the squad. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, this is not the end of the world. Like this was the reality when we got picked with Liverpool. Getting out of this is probably a good thing now because we've seen the squad isn't not good enough to go deep in the Champions League, but it's good enough to win the Serie A. And just like we did last season, once we have those 7 days to get ready for a match, I can guarantee you we'll see Limoncello ball again. We'll see Limone ball back in full flow because these guys are just a little bit mentally and physically tired because of so many matches over the last month or so. But once we get back on a normal schedule, having 6-7 days of rest, actual coaching time for Inzaghi to come up with different tactical plans and ideas in between matches, the players having more rest, you see Inzaghi ball back in full flow. For Champions League, we just need a little bit more depth. We need a little bit more quality. 40 likes now, guys. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up. There's 54 people in here right now, so make sure you're getting at least the 50 mark right now. I think beating Liverpool would give us a huge boost mentally. Yeah, I mean that would give us a massive boost, but we just don't have the squad to play on all ends. Then we still have the Coppa Italia match, guys. Don't forget, we still have to play that game against Bologna, and they're gonna have to, if we go ahead, we're gonna have to fit that into the already busy schedule. So it's gonna be pretty much impossible for this squad to be able to keep up. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I've been surprised by the positivity here because Inter fans over the last few weeks have been so negative on my streams as well, and now 1-5-0 win against Salernitana, and you man are all talking up crazy. But I like it. I like the positivity. Hamza, the Liverpool fan, coming through, showing some love. Thank you, and saying you guys will win the double. I hope so. I think Coppa Italia and Scudetto double is very much doable, for sure. And of course, and then if you could count the Super Coppa as well, that would be a trouble, I guess. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that preview. I hope you guys enjoyed the little screenshots I used for you guys earlier. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Post-match reaction is going to be interesting. Could it be my last UCL match reaction or not? We'll find out tomorrow. But yeah, it's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night, I hope. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see who starts tomorrow. Is it Tuku time? Is it Perisic time? Is it Gosens time? Will Lautaro turn up tomorrow? Let's see. Ciao ragazzi, and always, Forza Inter.